Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building.
Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. This fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown.
It's
Here
a
comes the shakedown.
Let's go.
Yo, by the way, Kick Dig back here, and welcome to the Philly Shakedown podcast with Philly 500 and Joey Shakes. Joey, what is going on, my man?
Chilling, man. Wild card weekend. We're here. We're already
We are
here, man.
here.
We're getting ready
We are
for
here.
our first matchup, ready to go. And I think we're ready, man. We're got a lot to talk about today.
I think so. I mean, this team better be ready. They
Yeah,
better
better.
be ready.
Yeah.
That's for sure. What's going on, Donnie? How are you doing, my man? Prolific, Donald, Mark, Reese's Buffalo. I guess Reese's Buffalo. The
Buffalo.
William, House Cat. Thank you guys for being here. Jeremiah Butler, George R. Thank you guys so much for being here. J-Dog, Trey, N890, Barbie, the doll princess of YouTube. The princess is in the building. What is going on? Hey, Warrior Rage, what's happening? Brian, shout out to each and every one of you guys. And before we start, man, I want to give a shout out to Antonio Holmes. You know Antonio Holmes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Apparently he had surgery, open heart surgery or something.
Oh, wow.
He sent me an email. So I just want to tell him that we're thinking of him, man. Hope you're doing well. He said he was listening while I was in the hospital bed. He said all the doctors and stuff there are Cowboy fans. So we just want the doctors and stuff not to get too mad at him. But Dallas does still stink. And we want you to know that. So we want you to know that. But we're all praying for you, man. Hope that you get healthy and feel better, man. But we're thinking of you. Definitely.
Definitely, man.
Chris Scott, what's going on, my man? How are you? Michael Perkins, Fly Eagles, absolutely. Jaden says, Jaden, a member for 18 months, says, go Birds. Absolutely. Dockery, welcome to Digbat Nation. I believe, is it me or
It's
you?
you. It's you.
Okay, I forgot.
I have it up.
I streamed a couple times this week, so I'm like on that like by myself kick. I gotta remember. Beauty is her name. What's going on? How are you? So let's start this with a couple things that are just breaking right now. Well, one broke earlier, but one's breaking right now, and that is that the Eagles. Let me see if this. How come the screen layout never works with the picture or the overlay? I hate that. But the Eagles will be wearing midnight green. A lot of talk this week about whether the Eagles would or would not be wearing their black jerseys. They could wear an alternate uniform once, I guess. But they're going to be in their they're going to be in their midnight green, and so be it. It's not a big deal to me, unless it's Kelly Green.
You're mad.
The only thing I want Kelly Green in the playoffs. There's no question about it. But it won't happen. It won't happen. So that just broke a little while ago, and then of course today's injury report we need to talk about. Here's what we got: Trevor Keegan, illness, did not practice. He is out. Devontae Smith. Back. Now, everybody was kind of worrying about this. He had back tightness and precautionary reasons. They kept him out because it was cold out and stuff like that. So he will be fine. He will be good to go. He will be ready to play on Sunday. But Devontae Smith did not practice today. Kenny Pickett was limited. And then, of course, A.J. Brown, the big news yesterday. He's full practice. He's got a nagging knee injury, and they're trying to keep the pain and stuff down as much as possible, I'm sure. So he'll be fine come Sunday.
Yeah.
Grant Calcaterra, Nakobe Dean, Dallas Goedert, Bryce Huff, Jalen Hurts, Lane Johnson, Will Shipley. They're all full practice, and then Byron Young is full practice but out. He ain't playing.
Okay.
So that's pretty much our injury report. That's where we are going into this game. So this is our last injury report. And, Eagles, for the most part, they're pretty healthy, Joey. I mean, you can't really ask for injury report like that this time of year. I think it's a good one.
Yeah. After holding them out that last game, obviously for that week, and then having another week there. Yeah, it's definitely everyone has these nagging injuries now, so everybody's dealing with something. So they just have to deal with it the rest of the way. So
absolutely. JNB, thank you for the super chat. He says just got over the norovirus. It sucked massively, but good news. I slept the week away. Now I'm full of energy and ready to beat some Packer ass. Let's effing go. Let's go. What the heck is the noro? I don't
the
even
hell
know.
is the what the hell is
I
breathing
don't
in
know.
fog and getting sick? I don't know what that is. I get
That's
that text.
Fogvid. That's what
Okay.
they're calling it.
Okay.
I don't know. That I'll probably get in trouble for saying that. So I already got enough trouble today. So with YouTube. So that's all I need. Jado, so I have a question. What are you most worried about going into this game? The rust of Jalen Hurts, or they think they'll be ready? I'm not as worried about Jalen Hurts being rusty as a lot of people. The biggest fear I have in this game is actually the field goal kicker. That's what I worry about the most. What about you?
Yeah, I'm not really worried about Jalen as much as I was when he was missing all that time. But I think he's looked sharp at practice, or what says he's Lane says he looked really sharp, efficient. Yeah, it's really special teams, man. It's really special teams and Jake Elliott. I don't know if he can kick 40+ yards. I know he probably can't kick 50+ yards. I don't know. I think really if they're gonna have Jake Elliott, if Jake Elliott is gonna be successful in this game. When his opportunities come, he's got to be on kickoff. He's got to kick instead of Braden Mann. If he doesn't kick and that leg is cold the entire game, and then just going to have him kick over a 50-yarder just because in that one moment, I'm a little worried on that part. Yeah, it's a little bit.
I mean, if he comes out early and he drills like early first quarter, second quarter, he drills like a 51-yarder, I'll feel so much better. But I worry about him. I think he's been inconsistent this year, man. It hasn't been good. We have to open the game throwing the ball, quick short passes, get Jalen in a rhythm, start mixing the run, keep Green Bay defense off their heels. I agree. I think I would like to see that too. I like the short passes. I would love to see play action fake. I would. I say that about every week. But I kind of agree with you. I think Green Bay is going to come out and everything's going to be like Keon Barkley, shut down Barkley no matter what. And I think there's going to be opportunities in the passing game early to go down the field.
Yeah,
so I agree.
Yeah, the only thing I don't want them to do is overdo it. You know what I mean? Like they want to get him into rhythm so desperately that they throw 3 times in one series, or they run once and throw another 2 times. You know what I mean? Like overdo it so much where it's like, man, the offense is going nowhere. So the short passing game is perfect, and I think it works. So,
and as long as they don't do it I don't like when they do run 3 times straight and then we'll throw 7 times straight.
Yeah,
mix it in a little bit better than that.
Right?
Be creative with it. Skull got says 500. My wife is an Eagles fan. Very smart wife. If my Vikings don't win, I'm rooting for you. You got to, otherwise, could get nasty in the house, I guess. But I hear you. Tortyville says Nick and Kellen have to be smart and give Hurts easy short completions early to get in a rhythm. Don't just go for deep pass early without allowing Hurts to get into the game. Yeah, I kind of agree. I think those short passes will be there. The Eagles' short pass game is an AJ Brown slant, and usually you could get that. But when they run it 4 times in a row, then I'm like, oh, come on. They'll run it 3 times in a row, 4 times in a row, and it's like now the team's sitting on it. Come back with something else.
Right.
Who's the upset pick of the week? That's interesting. I don't know. I have to see the spread, but here's what I like. I'll tell you what I like. I'll tell you. You can tell me if there's an upset, but I think the Eagles win. I think Tampa wins. I got the Vikings beating the Rams, especially now that they moved that game. I think the Rams could win that game, but I'm going to take the Vikings. And then in the AFC, I like the Chargers. I like the Ravens. I like the Bills. I don't know. I don't know if I have a real big upset, which means there's always one. Hopefully it ain't us.
Yeah,
What
I
you
don't.
you got any?
No, I probably agree. I don't think there's really a big upset. I think maybe that Rams game will be an interesting one, but
I'm 44 years old. Tell your age. I'm 49.
34.
So we're old. We're old on this over here. I'm worried about AJ. Don't want this injury to keep him from being down a player. Yeah, I don't get the sense that the injury is like that bad. I think it's something that's been bothering him for a while. I think it flared up on Wednesday, but I don't think it's anything that has impacted his play on the field. What they do is they just give him a lot of rest during the week, and then he's been able to go. So I think
No.
AJ Brown will be just fine.
There was a couple weeks. It was the Commanders, I think Steelers. I forgot what 2 weeks it was where he was playing injured, where he probably could have been out one of those games, but had to play. And he looked fine. I mean, probably dealing with something, but he's still playing at a high level regardless. But they just have to monitor him. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. Tortville says Packers will run blitz early, try to take away Barkley, and try to get to Hurts. If we pass on those plays, short completions will help punish Green Bay for doing that. I agree. I think that's exactly what they're going to do. I have a feeling the Eagles are going to come out early. I have a feeling they're going to go right down the field and score a touchdown. I just do, man. I feel really good about this game. I do. But, when I get nervous, it's like, Jake Elliott's missing 48-yard field goals. And, you're having all these extra turnovers. You have a 3 to 4 point game late in the fourth quarter. Yeah, then I get a little bit nervous.
Just remember, there's no Jair Alexander either, and they might have to either double up or they're going to have to, play some zone. So
Yeah.
I don't know who their backup is, how good he is on press, or if they can handle one of AJ Brown or Devontae Smith. But I think they should have a field day in the passing game. I don't see why not.
Well, the defense, if you look statistically, their defense on the course of the whole year hasn't been that bad. I think they're pretty good against the run.
Mhm.
They've been okay. But if you look at their play the last few weeks, I don't think defensively they have been great. Teams like Minnesota, Detroit have scored a lot of points on them. So I think I don't know how great. Green Bay is a different team than they were a year ago. When they came into the playoffs a year ago, they were on like a big winning streak. Quarterback was one of the hottest players, and then all of a sudden they go and they beat the crap out of Dallas. I think it's the opposite. I think the Eagles are playing good football. And I think the Packers have been struggling. They've lost 2 straight, lost one to Chicago. So I don't think we're getting a super hot Green Bay team.
And I think on top of it too, Fangio did say, like, someone asked him, like, do they look, how different do the Packers look from the beginning of the season when we played them in Brazil? And pretty much said they don't really look that different. I mean, they distribute the ball really well. Like, even if Christian Watson's not playing in this game, they're still Jaden Reed. They got 2 really good tight ends, and Musgrave and Tucker Kraft. So I think they'll swing the ball a little bit, but it really goes through their run game. I mean, their passing game is going it goes right through the run game. If you could stop Josh Jacobs, I think make them one-dimensional a little bit and have to really make some desperate throws in this game, I think you'll do a pretty good job. I thought they did a good job against him last game. So, I think they could do a good job. So we'll see.
Gonzo, thank you for the super chat. He goes, Philly, Quignon finally gets his pick this Sunday. I mean, I'll take it.
It's a jinx. It's a damn jinx every time we talk about it.
Poor guy. No interceptions this year. That's crazy. For as good as he was, I mean, he had a couple. He dropped a lot early in the season, though. Like, if he would have caught some of those, he would have had 4 or 5 on the year. But, I mean, it is what it is. If he gets it in a playoff game, I mean, we'll take it,
Yeah.
And I agree with you on Green Bay and Jacobs. I think that's got to be priority one. Is Josh Jacobs. You got to try to shut him down. The guy that worries me besides him is Jaden Reed. I mean, Reed killed us. If you look at that first game, he's a big play guy. He killed us the last time we played them.
Yeah.
500 Packers defense looks good because they beat up on bad teams. When they face good teams, they have given up a lot of points. I know, exactly. And especially towards the end of the year, they've given up a lot of points. And now they have no Jair Alexander. Yeah, I think the Eagles will wear them out. I think this will be a pretty close game through 3 quarters. And then I think by the 4th quarter, Eagles break it open. I think we'll wear them out. I really do. I think both both sides of the ball is where we're gonna, we're gonna control the line of scrimmage, and I think we'll wear them out. Barkley will break a big run. I mean, I see something like that. I see it kind of similar in a lot of ways to the first game, and maybe not as high as scoring, but I think the Eagles wore them out in that game, that first game, and I think they're going to wear them out again. I think that offensive line is going to wear them out.
I believe it.
Let's see here. And they have been good against the run. I think they're 5th against the run in the league. They gave up like 4.1 yards a carry. So they were pretty good against the run. So statistically, I think their defense looks pretty good, but I don't think they've been playing that great.
Yeah, but it's like against the run, it's like it's a statistic that's a good statistic, but it's against this offensive line and it's against Saquon Barkley, where anytime you give him the ball, anything could happen. So I feel like he's going to break something in this game. I feel like he should have a really good game. Never doubt Saquon Barkley when he has the ball in his hands, and anything could happen. So we'll see.
Yeah, Barkley. I mean,
he's fresh.
He's fresh.
So,
he should be ready to go. Tortville says Green Bay's strength is they don't have to set a go-to guy. All their wide receivers are capable. Wicks, Dobbs, Reed are all above average players. Tight ends are decent. Love can be erratic at times, though. He can. And the other thing with him is can you get to him? Can you sack? Can you sack him? I want to say Zach Bourne had 2 sacks versus him in the first game, but I think I saw a thing where it was like 9 straight games where the Green Bay has given up 2 or less sacks. So they haven't given up 2+ sacks. It was like 9 straight games or something. So he's not the easiest to sack. And the question is can they get to the quarterback? I think that's a big deal too. If they're getting to him and they're bothering him in the pocket, this game's going to be a blowout. It's going to be a blowout.
Yeah, I agree.
Jose Davis Super Chat. He goes, can't be in a spot where we need to rely on Jake. I know that worries me. I almost feel like if you get a chance early, like if you have a 4th and 3 situation, let's say, 4th and 3 at your 35, instead of going for it, let him kick the field goal. I know that sounds weird, especially with Nick, but like I almost want him to get like out there and get the first one out of the way, because I feel like if he kicks, like if he hits like an early 48-yarder, a 50-yarder, 51-yarder, I think he's going to feel
you'll feel good.
Be much better the rest of the game.
Yeah, you'll feel
good. But
if
if he goes the whole game and we get to the 4th quarter and then he goes out finally and he's got to kick a 54-yarder, that makes me nervous. You know what I mean?
It does. Yeah.
Shakedown merch, yes. Buy 2, get free shipping. Absolutely. Zach Bond, AP first team All-Pro. Yeah, he was a first team All-Pro, and Barkley was. Only 2 first teamers, though. Did you think we should have had more?
Yeah, I think some guy. First team. A couple guys got. Mulata probably got snubbed. No, Mulata was first. Was he first team?
No,
Mulata wasn't.
There
was only 2 guys.
Barkley and Bourne. Yeah, were the only first teamers.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it is what it is. How many? Is there a limit what they could do? Like, around? Is there a limit for each team, or is it
no? I don't think so. I was surprised. I thought Lane would have gotten it, but I know Penny Sewell's going to get a lot of recognition, but it just seems like every year Lane Johnson does not get the respect that he's due.
It's crazy.
It just seems like it really is, and I thought Landon Dickerson, and I don't know, man. I thought he had a great year.
He did.
Great year. Kill Duff Underdog says 500 for the last 4 years of media slandering Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts. If they go out there and slander these teams in the next 4 playoff games, they shut everyone up. Oh, yeah. They shut everybody up, especially old Big Sills. Nothing to say if they go out there and they win. That's true. But they got to go out there and do it, Howie says, how you feeling today, buddy? Who, me? About the same, same as yesterday. Do we need to get another kicker in the offseason? I think they should bring in competition. My personal view is that competition cannot hurt you, because I don't think you can go another year where you let Jake Elliott come out and go 0 for 5 from 50-plus yards,
Yeah, I would probably say I would wait. I would see what happens in this game, and throughout. I would say throughout the playoffs, see what happens. But it wouldn't. I wouldn't mind to bring more competition, though. So
yeah, Philly D, thank you for the super chat, my man. He says, hard day for me. 2 years ago, my pop died. Me and my dad outlet is to relax with sports. Glad you've been successful and have an outlet to relax with me. Great things have come for both y'all. Thank you so much
man.
for that
Sorry
super
for
chat,
your loss,
Philly
man.
D, and sorry for your loss, man. I know that's got to be hard, especially when you got the playoff start and stuff, man. May he rest in peace, and we're just humbled that you would be able to listen to us, and it would give you some sort of peace,
relaxation,
and but man, it's not easy, man. So I'm sorry to hear that. Kevon says Kellen Moore needs to stay one more year to build this reputation even more. It will be a win for both parties. I don't know. I mean,
this shit.
What do you think is going to happen with Kellen Moore?
He's lining up interviews. He's got one with the Saints, got one with the Jaguars now. Like, I don't know what you do here, man. Like, you're back to square one with this offense. Like, you're going to have Jalen Hurts to learn a new offense next year again, new terminology, new coordinator. Nick and the coordinator being on the same page. Like, are we really going to deal with this again? I mean, thank God Fangio at the press conference on Tuesday was like, I want to be here. I'm not looking to be a head coach. I'm not looking to go anywhere else. But this is a problem. This is a big problem. I honestly don't know what's going to happen. Like, I the only thing they could do right now is to try to throw him as much money as possible above what he should be getting at his pay grade as a coordinator. That's like the only thing, or making him an assistant head coach, or I don't know, do something, because it's not good.
Yeah. See, I want him to come back because of the stability, but I can't say that I'm sitting there going, oh man, what a great offensive mind and what a great offensive coordinator. Like, I don't necessarily feel that way. I don't feel like he's bad. I don't feel like he's great, but it's like, I don't want to lose him because of the stability of, once again, having to change to a completely new offensive coordinator. I don't want to do that again.
No.
Fade to Gaming, thank you for super chat. He goes, yo, what up, Joey and Philly? Happy New Year.
Good New Year.
Just got done watching Jalen Hurts press conference. Gotta love the Philly media shaking my head. Pound fly, Eagles fly. Absolutely, man. Thank you, and happy New Year's to you too. And Chiquita said earlier, hello, she was here. Hello, how are you? We hope you're doing good. Yeah, sorry for your loss, Philly D, man. Niners all day. Man, what time did those Niners play again? I can't remember. That Niners Cowboys game. What time is that they're playing? Oh yeah. You're not playing. You're sitting on the couch. Oh, that's too bad. The poor 49ers and Cowboy fans. Oh, poor you. Harold says, you want to lose him, Philly. Too many better options out there. Kellen will be back with the Eagles. I hope so. It just seems like every year we get to, like, if we get to a Super Bowl, we lose him. We lose our offensive coordinator. And I guess as long as Indianapolis still has their head coach, maybe we'll get lucky.
Yeah, I mean, like this person said, like, there might be other coordinators that might get jobs first. Obviously, Ben Johnson's like probably the number one coordinator that's going to be like a hot commodity. Joe Brady, maybe. I don't know. There's the ex-Titans head,
Vrabel, right?
Head coach Vrabel. Yeah. The ex-DC from the DC from, I don't know, was he from I think he was from the Lions defensive coordinator?
Yeah, he got a job interview too. I think.
Yeah.
He got a job
so
interview.
I don't know. Like, we said the same thing about Shane Steichen. We're like, we're hoping he doesn't get. It was. We knew it. We thought he was safe for a while, and then he signed. I think somebody. I forgot what happened, but he
it was the Colts. It was the Colts again. The Colts late couldn't find coach.
Yeah,
and then
right.
Got him. Same thing they did with what's his face in 2017. Yeah, the Colts keep snagging our offensive coordinators. Hung me out. Thank you for the super chat. Goes, Philly, you need a cat logo on your jersey. Like what? Like just like a cat go meow? I mean, like what? Got to give me some ideas. You know? Eagles a couple weeks ago from Joe joining us. Nah, I don't think so. Eli, please replay at least one game. We all are supposedly Super Bowl favorites before the year started. So, yeah, man, I don't know. I feel pretty good about this game. Do you worry at all about the pass rush? Like, do you worry about that? I worry a little bit about the edge rusher also.
No, I think edge rusher is definitely a concern. I don't know where it's going to go. I mean, you're hoping that Bryce Huff is not going to take too many snaps away from Nolan Smith and guys on the edge. And I'm hoping. I mean, I don't know how much Bryce Huff is going to do. I mean, he still has a club. I mean, he can't even grab people with both his hands. So it's like, how much is he going to be able to do? I mean, he got the surgery. I don't know. Did it make it worse? I mean, it probably made him for the better, but he doesn't have grip on a hand at all. So he can't even use both hands as an edge rusher. So I don't know what he's going to do. I really don't. Because,
yeah,
I
mean, I would say we don't have to really worry about him grabbing anybody because he can't get that close to anybody. I mean, he's been such a non-factor. It's so disappointing. Good thing guys like Nolan Smith have Josh Sweat, who I've seen is being connected to the Arizona Cardinals, by the way, as one of their big priorities is to go after Josh Sweat, which makes sense. Jonathan Gannon knows Sweat, so we could see maybe that's true,
course.
maybe it's not.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
GOAT, greatest of all trades. He says, what up, my guys? My wife and I are going to be cheering on the Eagles on Sunday out here in Florida.
Nice.
Very cool, man. Shout out to you in Florida. Joey, are you guys getting snow up where you're at?
We're having snow tomorrow. So, yeah, we're going to have snow.
Oh, very fun.
You ever seen snow?
Me? Yeah, of course. I grew up in it. Shit. My kids only seen it a couple times.
Yeah, they probably love it.
Yeah, I mean, but no, I grew up on the East Coast, of course. Slammers says, at least this year we have hope. We have hope being in the playoffs, unlike last year where we knew we were going to lose first round. There was no doubt in my mind they were losing that game in the first round last year. You knew it. Once they lost to the Giants and Arizona, it was over.
Mm-hmm.
Splenda says, ask Packers about their weakness on defense, and they'd say edge. Yeah, that makes sense.
Who they have?
What's his name? Was it Gary or is it? Yeah, they got Gary. They got some guys, but I don't have anybody like that I really have to worry about.
They have Kenny Clark and Devonta Wyatt that they drafted a few years ago.
Yeah.
Forgot who else they have.
Yeah, Edrin Cooper is
he's good. He's playing good. He's playing really good.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not an edge rusher.
No, he's a linebacker, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Gary is good. They're all right. I mean, they're all right. I don't think they're bad. I don't think they're great. But I think that, I think that our offensive line should be able to wear them down.
I do too.
49ers went from being a Super Bowl team and now Super Bowl couch watchers. Yeah, they stink. I think it's over for them.
Now I got to pay the quarterback.
Packers' best corner is out. He's out for the year. Their best wide receiver's out for the year. No, I mean, look, like I said, this game's going to be won. The line of scrimmage and, of course, the turnover battle. That's what these things come down to in the playoffs. I always think that it's always funny to me that, like, you get guys complaining about the passing numbers during the year and, the pass and this, we got to pass. But when you get to the playoffs, the passing numbers always seem to come down naturally. It just does, especially if you're playing in cold weather. So I think the Eagles And the way that they use the passing game where Hurts is, Hurts will throw 19, 20 to 30 times a game. And then you run the ball. I think it's the perfect type of style of football to play this time of year in the cold weather. You don't see teams in the weather northeast going out and throwing like for 400 yards, and 4 touchdowns. That's regular season football. That's not playoff football. So I think they're built perfectly for it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm not even getting any notifications anymore. YouTube is ass cheeks. I know. Try undoing it and then redoing it, and see if it works. But this is a everyday problem that I get from people on notifications. But talking to YouTube about any of this stuff, it's like watching. It's like talking to a wall while paint dries. Nobody's listening. I see our O-line dominating this game. I also see Kellen Moore pulling plays from the playbook we haven't seen this year. I see Vic doing that as well. I hope so. If you could do some things to really throw them off, I would love to see Jalen Hurts under center, play action fake. I would love to see it. Did you guys see the Philadelphia Eagles Let's Hunt playoff? Yes, I did. With Shake, yeah, that was awesome. Did you see that, Joey?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I wish we could play here, but we'll probably get in trouble. 500. Seeing a lot of pundits picking. Oh, really? I haven't noticed any picking the Packers, but that's good. I think that bodes well for us. Let them pick the Packers.
Yeah,
seriously. I mean, we're not the Dallas Cowboys. I don't think the Eagles are losing this game. I really don't. I would be shocked.
No, they really shouldn't.
It would be a disaster if they did. The amount of questions that would come from a loss.
Yeah, I mean, the reports that we got on I don't know who put out the report of someone from, I forgot who it was from NFL that said that if it's a one and done, Nick being fired should he be fired after a one and done? I'd be really upset. I think anybody would be upset, obviously, but I think it would be very upsetting that this team is that good and they fall just for the sake of it at home,
Yeah.
Horrible.
Brian said, it's funny. It only happens on 500's channel. Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me. Fed up, 6 Pro Bowlers, no Q or Cooper, none. Yeah, they didn't make it. I think
Motivation.
They were alternates, but yeah, they didn't make it. And that always happens to my channel. Lucky you're not getting unsubscribed. That usually happens in the offseason.
DeJean was a 4th alternate. He was a 4th alternate. Yeah, he was a 4th.
Was Q one at all?
He was a first. Yeah, he's a first alternate. Yeah.
It's not. They both. Well, hopefully they don't play. We're going to the Super Bowl, so
right. No, I don't give a shit. Who watches the fucking Pro Bowl anyway? Who watches this shit?
Pro Bowl's horrible now. When I was younger, I could watch it. Can't watch it now.
Yeah.
Philly 500's gift. What is going on? Did you see what Don Foxworthy said about Joey? Said he was looking for him sleeping with his wife. Please shout out my girlfriend, Bianca. Shout out to Bianca. Shout out to you.
Who makes this shit up?
I don't know. But Foxworth, he is definitely jealous of Jalen Hurts, though. That is true. Joe Lowe says, 500 Joey, remember the first game Carter gets threats after the sack? I loved he got hurt. They had the link this time. He will get praised. Oh, the sack of love. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I totally
remember.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, he hurt him. He missed how many weeks? Like 3 or 4 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Shit.
Yeah, and that wasn't a dirty hit at all.
No.
Broncos or Steelers for the upset of the week. Ravens without Flowers will hurt them, especially if the Steelers play the run well. Well, the Steelers are dangerous with the Ravens because when you play division rivalry, like that game I could see that game going either way. I really could. And Lamar Jackson has to show me he could play and show up in the playoffs. I mean, he just does. He just hasn't really had a great game. As far as the Broncos go, it's very hard for me to imagine the Broncos go, with a rookie quarterback. I think the kid's going to be good, but it's very hard for me to imagine him going into Buffalo and beating Buffalo. That would be a huge upset. A huge upset. How do you feel about Deshaun Jackson as a Delaware head coach? I don't know. I mean, I didn't know Deshaun was ready.
He's either going to sink or
to coach
swim.
a team,
It's really
that's
gonna
crazy.
happen.
I mean, good for him. I'm glad for him. I'm very happy for him. But I didn't expect that. Is he going to still do his podcast?
Probably.
Darth Vader, thank you for the super chat. He goes, breaking news, superstar cornerback James Hall of Fame Bradbury is returning for the playoffs, and with all Pro Bowl snub Bryce Huff. Howie is playing chess. Pro Bowler Bryce Huff. What a joke. Bradbury. Bradbury. I don't even remember he's on this team.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, he was supposed to be out like 7 to 9 weeks, and then he disappeared. I don't know if is he even practicing. Like, I don't know what's going on with him.
He didn't play. He hasn't played at all. I have no idea. Broncos and Commanders aren't there yet. I think they will both be one and done. I agree. And a lot of it has to do with rookie quarterback. But I mean, I don't know. The Ravens, I could see Pittsburgh pulling that out. That doesn't surprise me. The Rams game, I'm kind of back and forth on, because on one hand, I look at that game versus Minnesota play against Detroit, and I feel like they got exposed. I feel like the quarterback got exposed.
Yeah.
But then you look at the Rams, and they got to travel to Arizona now because of all the fires and everything going on. It's like, I don't know. I think that works in Minnesota's favor.
How far are you from all of that going on?
I'm like 8 hours away. I'm not close to it at all. Yeah, that's Southern California. That's down like L.A. That's far away from. Maybe not 8, but it's at least, I would say, about 6, 7. I want to say about anywhere from 6 to 8 hours drive. D-Hart Wednesday for Super Chicks. I'm with you, 500. I'm confident Eagles win on Sunday. I am too, man. I am too. 500. When are you going to change your name from King Deanbat to the Mother Humper? That's a good question, man. I might have to do that. We might have to do it. Where's the Niners, guys? We have more draft talk for your boy, right? The Rams game is moved to Arizona. That might help the Vikings now. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. But then again, I think to myself, the Rams play at home. It tends to be a road game anyways, because usually the opposing team invades them and they have trouble. But I think I'm going to take Minnesota that game. I go back and forth on it. I think I'm going to take the Vikings, and then I'll take Tampa and the Eagles. So that means Tampa will be headed to Philly next week, and the Minnesota will be playing Detroit. And I kind of see it like that.
Yeah, and I don't think the Bucs are a slouch either. I mean, I think that would be a tough game. I think that's a tough game for the Eagles.
Could be. Could be. I'm sick of the Buccaneers, though. Like,
I know. I know.
I want to put up like 48 points. I want it to be like 48-3. Just blow them out of the water. Darth Vader, thank you for the super chat. He goes, breaking news: Eagles are bringing back superstar Robert Quinn to help the rotational rush. Howie does it again. I'm trying to get hired by ML Football. You're on your way. You're on your way. Keep it up. You're on your way.
Yeah, he got arrested. Robert Quinn got arrested today.
Seriously?
Property damage, fleeing the scene, and then they caught him in his. I guess the cops are after him. Yeah, he got arrested today.
No,
so that's
really?
what I see. Yeah.
Wow. Robert Quinn got arrested. I didn't know that. Did not know that. Cam says, I'm concerned about this defense playing a good quarterback. I watched all year. This defense looked good, but not against any elite quarterbacks. Well, I mean, I don't know. Lamar Jackson is pretty elite. They did a really good job against him. Who else did the Eagles beat off the top of my head? I'm trying to remember them. They beat Lamar Jackson. I think that was definitely one. They beat Jordan Love first game of the season. So they beat Love.
Yeah.
The guy you're worried about the defense playing, they already beat him. So we beat Jordan Love once. We beat Lamar Jackson. I think Russell Wilson's too old, so I won't put him in there. We beat Matthew Stafford. He's a Pro Bowl. He's a playoff quarterback. They beat some decent quarterbacks. They beat Burrow. That's another one. We went there and beat Burrow. We shut Burrow down. So they've been, Burrow, Stafford, Lamar Jackson, Jordan Love. They beat some good quarterbacks. I don't know how you can say that,
Yeah.
Yeah, Stafford, Love, Burrow, Lamar, JD. They beat Jane Daniels. Yeah, they beat some good quarterbacks.
Do you think as of recent they haven't really done like they've given up some big runs against mobile quarterbacks? They've opened some lanes in recent weeks, a little bit here and there.
I thought the Jaden Daniels game, I thought that Washington game was a bad game. I just think the whole thing. I think when Hurts went out, I just think it was just like a momentum thing, and then I just think the defense was tired at the end.
Yeah.
And I think that really hurt them. How often do you watch that team? There was a fourth and 14, he gets 30 yards.
Yeah.
And if they tackle him and they stop him, the game's over. And he breaks 3 tackles. I just think they were tired that game. That was a weird game. But dude, they shut down Burrow. Burrow a couple interceptions. Yeah. They shut down Lamar Jackson. No, they've done a good job. Justin Davis Super Chat goes, if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, will you both twerk in Philly? I promise you I will not twerk. No. I'll be celebrating, but will I twerk? No.
Nah.
No. Mason says, if AJ misses a wild card, I'm blaming Hurts and want him gone? What? Hurts' injury made AJ play harder and strain his knee, knowing McKee would have to throw him. Well, first of all, he's not missing a game. He's playing. He fully practiced today, so it's not even something you have to worry about. Ramal says, Yo 500, do you think the Eagles are going to face all NFC North teams other than the Bears on the road Super Bowl? Packers, Vikings, and Lions. Well, no, you wouldn't do it all on the road because the Packers and the Vikings have to come to Philly. So they wouldn't be on the road. The only team you would play on the road is the Lions. You play every other team at home. So do I think it'll be 3? No, I don't. I think Tampa's going to beat Washington. And I think Minnesota's going to beat the Rams. But I'm back and forth on that game. I really am. But I don't think the Eagles will have to, no. I think the Eagles will probably get an NFC North team, and then either a South or a West, NFC West, and then it'll be NFC North in the final game.
Yeah, AFC West. They have AFC West and NFC North.
Philly, why do you entertain some of these questions? Sometimes I just click on it, and I don't even read the comments till I click on it. I don't even look. I just get my little fat finger and I run it down the little thing and I click on something, and then Joey starts laughing and I'm like, well, shit, why is he laughing? And then he's like, look at the picture, and then I look at the thumbnail and I'm like, oh crap. So sometimes I don't even read them. Most of the times I don't even read them, which is a problem. I probably should, but I don't. I just try to click and be fair with wherever it goes. Darth Vader, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, in all seriousness, do you guys like Hurts at the podium today? Seen some that said they think he's going to be cautious with hits. Nah, I thought he was fine. I don't know what people want him to say. I think Hurts is fine. I do. I think some people are always looking for something.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I know like the media got all clickbaity the other day because they like reworded that AJ Brown, like that he had a rest day for his knee, but they acted as they put in a report that he hurt himself at practice because of his knee or some shit like that the other day.
That's what it was.
I think it was ridiculous.
That's what I was. People were getting mad at me, but I'm like, because I was talking about it, but it was like I'm reading it going. They're saying Jalen Hurts tweaked the knee and leaves. I mean, A.J. Brown tweaks the knee and leaves practice the first 10 minutes. It's literally saying that right here. I'm like, what do you want me to say? I don't know. But, I mean, I think there's something wrong with his knee. I don't think it's a big deal. I just think that, with the rest, he's able to. I shouldn't say it's not a big deal, but he can play through it, and I think he's been playing through it for a while.
Yeah.
Justin Ryan Davis Super Chat goes, is Hurts as good as Joe Burrow? I'm going to be honest with you. No, I don't think so. I think Burrow, is top 3. And I think Burrow's good. But do I think Hurts is as good as him? I don't. But that doesn't mean I think badly of Hurts, though. I mean, you're talking Burrow, to me, Mahomes, Allen, and Burrow are your top 3. And then the next tier, you go Lamar Jackson and Hurts and those guys in my mind. But I think those guys are better. I mean that's my opinion. What would you say?
Yeah, I mean, Burrow from a consistent passing standpoint, Burrow is really good. It's just unfortunate for him because like the Bengals have had some really slow starts the last couple of years. I mean, they just always have these slow start years, and then by the time like they have a chance, they had to really depend on 2 teams just to get in the playoffs, and just couldn't get it done. So he's really good. He's such a talent, man. It's just they need to do more around him because
Cincinnati's biggest problem is they start off too slow.
Mm-hmm.
Like every year it seems like they start off like 0-2, 2-4. Like they need to start off better. Just like with Buffalo, like I don't, Buffalo, I don't care if they're the 2 seed every year. Like you until you get home field advantage, you're not beating Kansas City. I really believe that. I saw something up there about the championship game. I think the championship games are going to be the Eagles, Lions, and Chiefs, Bills. That's what I think it'll be. Dave D, thank you for Super Chat. Goes best 2 Eagles content creators. Flight Eagles Fly. Thank you so much, my man. Let's see here. Burrow behind the Eagles O-line skill set. Oh, yeah. I mean, that would be crazy. It would be crazy. Micah Parsons is delusional. Micah Parsons. I can't even say future Eagle Micah Parsons anymore. He has totally lost.
Yeah, he said last podcast he had.
Yeah.
He guarantees the trophy next year. He's just so stupid, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Philly, why did you act that way when drafted Hurts? It was because I didn't agree with the Hurts decision because I could not understand why you had a franchise quarterback who you just signed to a huge contract. And in the second round, where there's guys that are supposed to be able to start right away and come help the team, you're taking a backup quarterback. It threw me off. I did not understand it. But if you watch that video, I say, I have nothing against Jalen Hurts. I'm sure he'll be good. But I just don't understand the strategy of what they're doing. That was why. And then I think later on we kind of learned, maybe the personality and what was going on Carson relationship-wise. Maybe wasn't so good. And that's not something we knew at the time, though. But it had nothing to do with Jalen Hurts. It had everything to do with you just paid Carson Wentz all this money, and now you're have a chance to get players that can come in and play, and you're getting a guy that's going to sit on the bench. It was like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I get it.
I love Philly fan. Thank you for Super Chat. He goes, hello, bros. What are your opinions on PSU tight end Tyler Warren? Sounds great. I mean, sounds like perfect tight end for us. Will the Eagles go out and get him? I don't think so, but
that fucking edge rusher, bro. That fucking edge rusher.
Was Abdul Carter kid? Yeah. That's what you need.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what you need. Yeah. Island Philly fan, thank you for that Super Chat. 500. I don't understand the statement from the guy about how our defense hasn't played an elite quarterback. We've played Lamar, Burrow, and only other played is Allen. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I don't think he's thinking about it, to be honest. Darth D. Hart Williams, thank you for Super Chickens. 500 Joey Brunson. Best of you. Thank you, my man. We appreciate you, man. 500, be honest, if you were Howie, went back to the 2020 draft, second round, and Hurts is there, are you taking him again or getting someone else? Well, knowing what I know now, I'm taking Jalen Hurts. But, at the time, at the time of that whole thing we didn't know what was going on with Carson Wentz and Howie and maybe the relationship with the Eagles. All we knew is he just signed a huge contract, like one of the biggest contracts for quarterback at the time. And the only thing we could think about was you got to get him help. Remember, he had thrown for like 4,000 yards, Joey, and he had no receivers over 500 yards, something like that. It was ridiculous. So it was like there's players that could start right away, get him help, and that was it. But knowing what yeah, of course, you take Hurts. No doubt about it. But I'll tell you this. I truly believe this. I truly believe Howie didn't even know how good of a pick that was. Because if he did know that was as good of a pick as it was, he wouldn't have tried to trade for Russell Wilson the following year.
Yeah, they were gonna give up the damn farm.
Yeah, they offered a bunch for Russell Wilson.
Thank God, man. It's NFL. Right? It's purgatory, man.
Russell Wilson said no. He didn't want to go to Philly. Otherwise, Russell Wilson's in Philly. So, hey, fortunes favor the Eagles on this whole thing. Brian Pumper, thank you for Super Chat, my man. Because mark my words, starting Jalen is a grave mistake. When we have a superstar behind him, the Republic of Hurts will pay for their sins. McKee is him. Wow. He said McKee is him. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Wow. Brian, you don't like Hurts, huh? Interesting. Well, we're going to find out. Wow. We will see, man. Let's see here. I knew from the start Hurts wasn't coming there to not start. Yeah, well, you were one of the few because I did not understand the pick at all at the time.
No.
That's funny. He says McKee is him. I like McKee.
See, you can't even keep a straight face. You would say that.
It's funny. Where's the Republic of Hurts located on a map? It's right. I don't know. It's a good question. Right by the stadium. It's on Oregon Avenue. No, he'd rather be sucking other quarterbacks knobs like Lamar, Jane Daniels, and other McKee. I swear he can't be a real Eagle fan. They're talking about Pumper. Carter making second team is diabolical. Yeah, I was surprised he made the second team. I was surprised Lane John. I thought Lane would have made a first team. I thought there should have been at least 4 first team guys there. But it is what it is, I guess, I wish someone would trade Brian Pumper to another team. Brian Pumper's he's gonna be loving Hurts on Monday. When Hurts goes out there and has a huge day versus Green Bay, he's gonna be loving them. He's gonna be loving them. Look, I like McKee in terms of I think he's better than Pickett. I think he should be your second string quarterback, and he can develop. You got to give him a chance to develop, but he's not. Come on, he's not that guy. He's not that good. No way.
I mean, would you trust him in it, to take over for a full game with the starters? Like, right you wouldn't trust. Like I'm saying, maybe not now, but would you trust him for a whole season, or would you trust him for a game? Or you think he's more like a game or two type of
I like right now, like in going into the playoffs. No, I wouldn't trust them at all.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think he's got a lot of talent. I think he's got a live arm. I like his arm, and I think he's good. I think he's going to be good. Like I think he's going to develop into a starter. So maybe in a few years, maybe he would be. But right now, like today, no, I don't trust it, man. I don't. Toryville says, I think McKee could develop into an NFL starter. I would trust him over Pickett. Yeah, that's about where I'm at, too. That's about where I am. Ryan Clark from ESPN is slick. He talks bad about Nick Sirianni. Why? Because they know coaches like Mike Tomlin is on the way out and not other guys. Huh. You think Mike Tomlin's on the way out? If I was Pittsburgh, I wouldn't get rid of him. The problem with Pittsburgh is not Tomlin. I just think they need a better quarterback. I'm sorry. I think Russell Wilson's too old.
Mm.
JMB, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, Dan Staley must be whispering sweet nothings into Brian Pumper's ear. Come on. Is Brian Pumper Sill's burner account? I don't know. I don't know. Beauty's her name says, if McKee had to, we would trust him, but the point is they're not even a question. Hurts is playing, exactly. No, Hurts is playing, and I think Hurts is going to have a big game. I do. I think Hurts is going to have a big game. So I wouldn't worry about it. I think Barkley has a big game. And I don't know, man. I'm feeling Devontae Smith this week. Like, I'm feeling a big game from Devontae Smith.
Could be.
Yeah, could be. Let's see here. If Tomlin loses in a wild card, I heard that they're firing him. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. I love Mike Tomlin. I do. That's crazy. A-Ward Rage says, if McKee didn't have a dog shit team around him at Stanford, he would have already been tied or tried for one of the starters somewhere. I mean, maybe I'm not. I don't disagree because I look at him and I say, yeah, that kid could start in the league someday at some point. Do I think he's ready to now? No. I mean, he threw two interceptions
Almost
that
two
were dropped.
Yeah.
Against the Giants.
Right.
I don't think he would be ready for if he was playing, I would say run Saquon Barkley 45 times. That would be my game plan. But I think the kid's talented. You know what I mean? That being said, McKee has a better team around him. Stanford, he wouldn't be our team problem. Yeah, maybe not. I hope Hurts sit back and watch the backups have success moving the ball through the air. Hurts needs to throw many picks in practice. Should have during the season. Coach scared did not help him. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I thought Hurts was actually throwing the ball pretty well before that concussion in the Washington game. I thought he was playing pretty good. So,
yeah,
I mean, we'll find out. Yeah. What do you get? Do you have a score prediction for tomorrow?
I'll say 31-24, 28-24, something in that area. I'll say 28-24. Pull out
28-24.
Yeah.
I like it. I think I said 31-17. I'm going to stick with that. I think it'll be somewhere like 24-17 late third quarter, 27 or 20-17, something like that. And then I think Barkley breaks a big one, and I think the Eagles kind of just wear them down, and that's how they win. Yeah. That's what I think will happen. D. Hart Williams, thank you for Super Chickles. Hey, 500, you or Joey still content with LB? Yes, of course. It just hasn't worked out lately, but we'll definitely try to get him on. I love LB. Nothing but great things to say about him. It just hasn't happened, but it will. Lane may not have put those stats. It was probably one of the other guys. Oh, you talk about the stats up? Somebody put the stats comparing Lane to Penei Sewell. I saw that. Did you see that in the locker?
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting. just showing that he was basically he was just as good, if not better, So yeah, I mean, we'll see. 39-20 Eagles. I like it. Saquon 232 tight. Holy crap.
That'd be a fucking day.
That'd be huge. What a day that is. Holy crap. Let's see here. Bold predictions. Eagles defense hold the Packers to only 2 field goals, 27-6. That's, dude, that if your defense goes out and does that, then this defense, then nobody's beating this team. If this defense plays at that kind of level, nobody's beating them all 4 games, So, yeah, no, it's cool. But anyways, we're an hour in. I know.
Yeah, we did early. We did an early shakedown.
Did an early shakedown. Yeah, we did it early because I'll be streaming both football games tomorrow. So if you guys want to come hang out with me, you're more than welcome. But yeah, man, is there anything else, man, you want to say before we get out of here?
No, that's it. That's it. I mean, we're ready to go, man. We're healthy, so relatively healthy, and we're home, and that's it. So if you guys, check out the Philly Shakedown merch. If you guys haven't, we have promotion going on. If you buy 2 items, you get free shipping with every order. So definitely check out our stuff. We'll have some more stuff coming out soon, and appreciate so much everybody supporting both the channel. So
yeah, thank you guys, and we're 2 days away. Should be fun. I think we both think the Eagles are going to win. Feel pretty confident about that. So thank you to everybody. Hope you guys have a great night.
Yes.
And we will see you guys soon. Peace.
Come on. Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off! It's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay!
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today! That was on you, Dad! That was on you, Dad! That was on you, Dad!
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott! Trying to feed the fantasy lamb! Trying to feed the sea lamb! You tried to feed the sea lamb! You tried to give it the sea lamb! God! It's over! It's over, Dak! Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.